All right, I'm going to go over a barbell hip thrust. So I have my setup here. I've got the bar racked. You've got a hip thrust pad to protect those hips. And I've got a low box covered with a mat. So some gyms might actually have a hip thrust pad that you could use. This is an option. When we get a little higher in height, I just want you to be mindful of how you elevate yourself and get your shoulders onto that position. You want to make sure that you don't throw your back out. So I've done it with a bench. It's a little high. So I do suggest something this height. Also, some gyms, if you're working in a gym, will have hip thrust machines. So the setup will look a little different, but the form cues will remain the same. So I'm going to go ahead and get into position. I'm going to get and sit right in front of this box. Hopefully you'll be able to see my hips move is the goal, and then also how my shoulders and my neck stay tucked into my chest. So come down to the ground. We want to make sure that we have a 90-degree bend in the knee. So we're going to pull the bar nice and close, and I'm going to lean back onto that box right below my shoulder blades. So I'm kind of, stepping my shoulders onto the box to lock in. And then I'm going to pull my feet as close as possible to get them into that 90-degree knee bend. And I'm going to thrust straight up to the top. So my hips are my hips, my glutes, my legs are pushing this bar to the top. I'm going to keep my chin into my chest to protect my spine, hands on the bar, and then I'm just going to push up and let my body absorb a little bit of movement, but keeping all of these shoulders and everything here locked in. Ready? So we go to the top. So the goal is to try to get those hips in line with the knees through that thrust. What we don't want to see is the back falling on to whatever we're thrusting onto the object behind us. So we don't want to see this, right? We want to keep everything locked in. And that is your barbell hip thrust.